Hey, what's going on, everybody? Whoo, how y'all been? A long time no see. We're back. Had a very nice vacay. Missed you guys. Thought about you every Tuesday. Threw in a couple of videos while I was away just to whet your appetite. But here we are. We're back, y'all. If you want, we can chat about. I went to Europe with the family. Daughter graduated college with high school with high marks going into college. So to reward her, we've been saving up for this dang thing for 2 years, man. This was not an overnight thing. And it's a good thing too. It is so expensive to go over there. But dollar was dropping like a rock over there, but we did what we could. But we're back and ready to go. Got some fun stuff to talk about today. It's gonna be good. We're back, y'all. Let's do it. Hey Bob, show us how it's done. Oh, by the way, hang on, Bob. As I came back, StreamYard has totally changed all their configurations on the free version. So let's see how we do it today. Good luck, Bob. Hit it. Hey, my friends, welcome back to the Morning Mug. Now let's chat. Bravo, Bob. Bravo. He hadn't missed a beat. Oh my goodness. How y'all been? How's it going? What's new? What's in your world? Fill me in. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a while, so I like to know what y'all been up to as well. Let's see, what else can we throw at you? Oh, here's a weird thing. So remember when it's just sitting right here, so I'm gonna grab it. When Paramount, if you knew that there was like a little issue with Titanic on 4K on the digital bits, Bill Hunt had pointed out if you go to these time codes and these things aren't there, then you have a bad version. So I went round and around with Paramount to say, hey, can I get the 4K of Titanic? It's messed up. Here's all my proof that I purchased it and everything. And then it just went cold and dark and nothing. And look what came in the mail. There it is. The 4K. I was looking at it going, what is this thing? Sure enough, they came through silent but deadly. But there you go. So if you have the same issue and you tried to order from Paramount, or if you haven't, I'd say go for it, because I guess eventually they came through. Let's see what else. Let's just see who's here, by cracky. Let's see who's walking into the cafe. I'm just still getting up to speed, y'all. By the way, also jet lag is a real deal. I am still recovering. Last night was the first night I slept till 6 a.m. Everything else I was up at 2:30 a.m. the other night, and 3:30. Oh my God, it's been brutal coming back. For some reason, going there only about a 1-day adjustment, but it was beautiful, y'all. Went to London, went to Rome, took a cruise around the Mediterranean, then went to Paris and flew home. I mean, it was a lot. But look, it's so expensive. It's like, how many times am I going to go there? Am I going to go back? I don't know. But if I don't, we try to do as much as we could. But let's see who's here in the cafe. Kyle, my dog, what's up, man? You got 8 movies last month and you're broke. I can see that. I can see it because you didn't wait for no sales, or did you get them on sales? Because right now we got your Amazon Prime Day, everybody. So remember, today is Prime Day. So start sniffing out some deals. We will talk about those in a minute. But here we go. Look at that, bro. Sinners. We're going to talk about Sinners. Oh, yeah. Look at that Superman in there for Collector Movie Man. Awesome. Can't wait. Well, we're here, bro. Let's get it going. What happened to everything I said in here? Erased it. Yeah, I don't know, Dave. It's one of those weird things. And that's happened before. Someone left a whole bunch of comments the night before, and then in the morning, they just go away. So I don't know if that's a StreamYard thing. I don't know if it just, if you leave a comment too early, it just is like, he's not ready to start. I'm just going to clear these out. I don't know why it does that, but it's done that many times. So feel free to, add them back in as we go. Huck, to see the trailer for Odyssey. Yeah, when you saw Jurassic World Rebirth, it's the only good thing about the whole movie. Like, I'm on the other side of that, though, buddy. I did see the Odyssey trailer. It was okay. I mean, it didn't show a lot, but it looked intriguing. Um, I don't know. See, I can't agree with you that it's the only good thing. Did you not like all the dino kills? I thought the dino stuff was, in fact, if anything, it was probably the best part of the movie was all the good dino stuff, man. When the dude was in the water and the T-Rex was chomping at the bit underwater, that was really cool. Like, that was something I've been waiting to see for a while. That was rocking. So I kind of liked it. And maybe it's different too because I went and saw it with the whole family, wife and daughter, because it's one of those. We've seen all the other Jurassic World movies because my daughter wasn't around in the Jurassic Park days, but the Jurassic World movies, and enjoyed those enough that this was another family outing. So maybe I liked it a little bit more because she liked it a lot. So you're gonna learn us some culture. I'm gonna learn you some culture. We'll be like, hey, hello, governor, and all that, and like, all those stereotypical BS things. We're not there. Yeah, you go there thinking someone's gonna call you governor. They do not. You think someone in France is gonna offer you a croissant and go, ho. They do not. And when you go to Rome, I don't know any stereotypes of Rome, but let's just say the culture in those places, it's freaking sweet, super sweet, man. In fact, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I dropped a couple of shorts. I just decided to, like, on the spot shoot some stuff there while I was there. Like, here's my London video, here's my Rome video, and then today I'll drop the France video, and it just, it's talking about here I am in France, and here are some French inspired movies, or movies that have sort of some French air about them, whether it's shot in France, made by a French filmmaker, has a French character in it. You know what I mean? Like, my movies are very loose when I'm doing that because I'm not an auteur. So when I did my Italian ones, I wasn't like all Italian filmmakers and I know all these Italian movies. No, it's more like, the Italian Job, is in there kind of thing. So go watch those. Those are kind of fun. And like, so I'll be putting up the third and final one today. Oh, Toadster. What's up, buddy? Oh, man. Miss you guys. Look at that, Tony. You look like a boss, bro. Watching you and Dave and the crew getting out there doing stuff. Good on you. You going out today? I know we got some stuff to show that I think you're going to want for sure. Hisham is here saying hello, Huck. How you doing? It's been a while. Oh, yeah. It was good, my friend. Well, thank you, Craig. It's good to be back. Jay, what's up, Jay? Greetings from Manchester, UK. Dude, thank you for being here. I had a great visit. We started off in the UK, and it was excellent. It was like a very jam-packed thing, though. We didn't spend a week here and a week there. It was like 2 days in London, like 2 days in Italy, and then we took the cruise, which was 7 days, 8 days. Well, 7 days at sea, and then 8 day we came back. And then a day and a half in France because it's just so expensive, and you're trying to figure out when to fly back and the cheapest day to fly back. And that's what shortened the trip by a day because we flew back on the 2nd, which was my wife's birthday. So on my wife's birthday, we were in France because then we had to fly to England, and we're in England, and then we're back in the US. So we were in 3 countries on her birthday. So that was kind of maybe not the coolest for her. Although the airline knew it was her birthday, because when she was getting on, you have to show your passport, and somebody went, "Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday." And then I guess word got around, spread like wildfire. And they gave her like an airplane kit, which was kind of funny. It had like, the eye cover and toothpaste and things like that in there. So that was, look, forget on a plane and they gave you a nice little to-go bag. That was sweet. But we had such a good time, Jay. So, yeah, man, I look forward to going back again. And look, do I have where's my UK pin? Oh my God, it's not here. I always pick up like our go-to collectibles now, or, souvenirs. It's always playing cards. I always like to get a deck of playing cards from wherever I go. So it's got to have, London on it, and then it's got to have Rome on it, stuff like that. And then we get magnets for the fridge. And now I've picked up pens. So when I'm, oh, here it is. Oh, now is this the London one or is this the Roma? So this is my Roma pen. This is a Rome pen. So when I'm coming up with ideas for the old cafe, I am equally inspired by the pens that I picked up because it reminds me of the good time. However, Jay, here it is. There's the London pin right there. Look at that. Oh, got the old uh, phone booth and the double decker bus, all that good stuff. So, yeah, man, it was a good trip, y'all. Um, what food you really loved in Europe? Oh, English breakfast, pizza, macaroni, macaroni. I did have a traditional English tea. I will say that. How about that, Jay? It was fun. That was one of the things my wife says. We got to find a traditional English tea that you have in the afternoon. They always have like a break to have tea. And we found one that had like the little tier with the finger sandwiches and the scones and your choice of tea, which I think I had Earl Grey. Maybe, yeah, because I love Earl Grey. Thank you, Jean-Luc Picard. It's the only reason I don't know about Earl Grey is Jean-Luc Picard. Oh my God, the power just flickered in this room. Well, if I lose y'all, you'll know why. But yeah, so that had that, and oh my gosh, the pasta in Italy was phenomenal, and then in France, like I said, it was a very quick visit, but we had a couple of meals there that were just decadent, so good. I mean, like cuisines were phenomenal. Also had a traditional fish and chips while I was there in London, so that was great. Mr. Hubbard is here saying good morning. All right, y'all. Look at that. All right, cool. Well, thank you everybody for being here. What else do we just roll into it? Do we just do it, y'all? Do we just go for it? Oh, and by the way, in case some of my go-to friends here ask me things like, hey, what's Sue gonna get? I can't do it anymore. Like I used to be able to roll in videos for free on the free version. Now everything changed when I came back. I can't add video. I can't do anything. So the roll-ins that I did, I'm accessing the files. I mean, I guess I could try to find the file, but it's a whole different feng shui dealing with it. They're really trying to make the free version complicated and not very smooth, which is why when you saw me do the things, I pop up on the side and then I come full screen. So, is what it is, y'all. Got to save a buck here and there so I can go buy movies on Prime Day. Hey, look, Jeff is here. What is going on, Mr. Juggalo? Good to see you, brah. Jurassic World Rebirth box office. Okay, you want to go to box office? Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's see. Well, let's do it then. Let's just, you've teed me up there, Hisham. So I shall indulge you with this. Here we go. Let's do it. Bob, if you don't mind adding the box office to the stage, please. And choose the right side layout. Oh, that is not the right one, Bob. Let us, hold on, add to stage. Okay, let's remove that. I don't want to remove that. Why isn't it adding to stage? There it is. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm telling you. StreamYard, I may have to change platforms. But here we go. Jurassic World. Look at that. 3 days. This is the 3-day take, by the way. It's 91.5. It had a very, very good 5-day weekend. Because it started early. What's it ranked in by now? 147 million is what it's up to already. So that is above expectations. So some are saying it's going to get in that, 70, 80 kind of thing. But, on the 3-day thing, it did better than that. It just kept going. Like people were dogging this movie from the start. And, I mean, I don't know. I get it. I'm so worried about toxic fandom, y'all, really, because maybe it's not the greatest, but I had fun with it. I liked although look, I had problems with it too. I thought the kid drove me nuts because why do we have to have a little kid in all the movies? One was a clone in the last one. So you got this one and it's like, and she has to do things that annoy you, like feed this dinosaur licorice. And then the dinosaur becomes like a pet dino. A dino in the wild would not snuggle up in a kid's backpack and be like, I'm like, no, that would never happen. The thing would probably bite her finger off to get that that licorice out of her hand. Let's be realistic. And so the more she kept doing that stuff, even my daughter's like, oh God, come on. Like, it's just, I don't know why we have to do those things in these movies. It just irritates you as a filmmaker. So that was like one thing. And then the big bad, I'm not going to spoil it, but the big bad dinosaur at the end wasn't as epic as I would have hoped. But otherwise, I thought the stuff at sea was pretty spectacular. The flying bird was great. Thing in the water with the T-Rex was awesome. The only thing that was kind of quick and didn't do much is when they go into they had to get these blood samples, right? So the plot is Scarlett Johansson's team needs to go get a blood sample from every type of the biggest dinosaur on land, sea, and air, right? So kind of a thin premise, but I love it. You have to get one from each level. So when they got to sea, obviously that's the thing you see in the trailer a lot. That's a pretty great scene. Then we get to land. They're in this giant cornfield, and they look down the cornfield, which is like human high cornfield, but like they could stand up in the cornfield and look over it, and they don't see anything. They're wondering, all of a sudden they kind of hear woo, the dinosaur noise, and they turn, and then there's these enormous dinosaurs sticking hundreds of feet, whatever it is, out of the cornfield. I'm like, how did we not see, these dinosaurs in a cornfield that's only this high or whatever? Like I said, it's little things like that. But there you go. It's whooping ass. Good job for Scarlett Johansson. By the way, in case you guys, I'm sure everyone has heard by now, this movie, because of its success and Scarlett being the lead, she is now the highest grossing actor in Hollywood right now. Like all of her films that have added up to all this amazing box office, Scarlett Johansson leads the pack. She is over Samuel L. Jackson. She's over Robert Downey Jr. She tops the list, and we can talk about that after this. But there it is. You got your F1 coming in at number 2 with 26 mil. Not too bad for the Brad Pitt and the 2.5 hour movie about F1, Formula One racing. How to Train Your Dragon's doing well. It's in the let's see, where is that at? 224 mil so far. And look, I hate to say it, but it's doing even better than Tom Cruise's, finale for Mission Impossible. I'm a little bummed with that. I was kind of hoping that would end stronger, but it actually made about the same amount of money that Dead Reckoning did. They're each, let's see, where is it at? It's about 576 million worldwide. And I think the last one was at 572. So they're literally almost neck and neck, something like that. But anyway, there you go. You got your dragon doing very well. Elio, not so good. So 5.7 mil with Elio, y'all. Did anybody see Elio? It's in its third week. It's only made about 55 mil. So, as a Pixar movie goes, that is not top drawer performance. And you got your 28 days later. I don't know, I'm not super pumped to go see it, but it's 4.6 mil. And also in its third week, at about 60 million as well. Voice is still going out, y'all, but hang in there. I'm here. But anyway, have anyone seen the 28 days later? I'm also behind, obviously, 2.5 weeks of not being here, going to the theater. I did some cramming, y'all, in the last couple of days. I went and saw Megan 2.0, so we'll talk about that. It was okay. And here's the thing. I still haven't seen Megan, right? But I went to see Megan 2.0 because a good movie holds up by itself. I did the same thing with Venom 3, The Last Dance. I still have not seen either of the other two Venoms, but I know what's going on. I knew what was going on with Megan. I've seen enough behind the scenes stuff. So I saw it, and it was fine. It was fine. I don't feel like movies that are PG-13 are pushing that rating enough. Even Jurassic World Rebirth, it's the dino kills, I don't know. It's people really want to, that's what we go see, is dinos to munch people. Let's face it, that's what we want. We don't want to see the pet one in the backpack. No, we want to see the terror that comes with these dinosaurs that are immense, right? But a lot of the kills, sometimes it's kind of quick. There's one who's behind a big thing of stuff, and the dino comes behind her, and you see the hands go up and pulls her away. I'm like, I didn't even see that kill. Another guy's just dragged off the side of the frame. I'm like, so that I will say, leading up to the kills is pretty exciting, but the kills themselves are almost kind of anticlimactic. So I will back up and add that into my narrative. Here, let's see, what else did I see? So I saw That, Megan. Oh, I did see Ballerina, y'all. I finally got to see Ballerina. It was on the way out though. I couldn't find it. It was in no theater near me except one, and it was only one showing during the day at like 3:30 in the afternoon. That was it. So I did a twofer. So I went and saw Megan at like 1, and then as soon as it was over, I went into Ballerina. I got my ticket though. I got the card. Don't worry, I didn't sneak in. Plus, I want the points. And Ballerina was great. Like Anna de Armas is fantastic. The stunts in that are John Wick caliber. Like if John Wick was doing those fight scenes, people would be praising those fight scenes. And in fact, to me, it should be even more impressive that it's Anna de Armas. Like guys are just built sort of more rugged and sturdy. So when somebody certainly of a smaller stature like Anna de Armas is pulling off the same stunts, it's impressive. And the fights were great. There's a fight between a flamethrower and a freaking fire hose. That was pretty great. Just using the flamethrower itself was like they didn't just use it a couple of times. It was like 10 minutes of the movie was just flame throwing people. It's great. See, now that movie, while rated R, so you could do more with the action, had a lot more satisfying like action and kills and all this stuff than Jurassic Rebirth did. If it sounds like I'm going back on it, but I'm not. I'm just saying how the PG-13 rating does water down how much you can do. And same thing with Megan 2.0. The action in that was just not pushed enough, So that was just okay. I liked Rebirth better than Megan. I'll say that. But of the three, I think I like Ballerina the best. So how about that, y'all? Okay, before we move on, we got a whole bunch of y'all coming into the cafe. Let's see. He says, "Those bastards." Of course, I've moved on. I forget what that was for. Hey, Kitten Paws, wifey's here. Hello, everyone. Good morning. That's the wife, y'all. Kitten Paws is here. Well, look at that. See, when you're home and we're not working, she can be part of the show. Saying, "Hey, Steve, Kitten Paws Jurassic World reminded me of a video game. You get the ocean dino, and then you level up the land dino. Yeah, and then you get the air dinos, the boss level. Yeah, it was kind of like that. Although it should have started then with the land animal because it's like the ocean animal was this intense thing, and then the land animal was just kind of a very melancholy encounter because they're not meat eaters. They're, herbivores, right? Is that for the vegetables, plants, and stuff? So it maybe it was to have you catch your breath, like you got that big intense one, then you catch your breath on the land, and then you're back at it with the air dinos, and then even higher when you get the other dinos at the end. It is like a video game. You're right. Don't get me wrong. Gareth Edwards was a great director. He directed Godzilla 2014, Rogue One, the creator. Yeah, I mean, he's good. Like that's what I said. There's a lot in this film I did like, but there's also like so some of the character setup. It just felt exposition-y, right? So when Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali meet for the first time, they just sit in this room. They talk about their past for about 7-8 minutes, and you learn that he's lost his kid, or they're disconnected, and she. There's like problems with their past, and it was done in a way to just sort of give you a little backstory, but not in an organic way. It was just like, okay, we need a scene that gives you a little something, me a little something. All right, now let's go hunting. So it doesn't have like in the original Jurassic Park, the introductions of each character and what they do and how they're connected is much more masterfully woven together, which is why even when there's not dinos attacking in the original Jurassic Park, you love those characters in between those moments. And these, and by the way, when you watch this movie, and I said this to my wife and kid too, they go out on an expedition, and Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala, and then like a crew. So you're thinking, well, okay, that's the crew, so that's who's getting munched, because those are the only people in this movie. And it's not a big crew. That's all I'm saying. It's not a big crew. Ergo, you're not going to get a lot of munching. Like, where's, like, let's get a bigger crew here. Let's get some, that's what I said to them when we left, is like, it needed like the military or something, or just it needed a bigger team, so that, when you start doing a 1-for-1 and you're counting on your hands, like, okay, that's all the kills we're going to get in this movie. And then you're right. That's the disappointment. That's why some of the other Jurassic Worlds, I think, kind of are a little bit more exciting, because you get a lot of more mayhem when there's a lot of people, a lot of lunchable munchables walking around. But yeah, I love Gareth Edwards. So I thought Jurassic World Rebirth was one big pile of ass. Yeah. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. A lot of people not digging the movie. So they'll break me like flamethrower. Yes, was the last film to have a flamethrower as a weapon. Dude, I'm telling you, that was really cool. Like that, those stunts. I was just like, yes, that's what I came to see that movie for. Like, that thing gets going almost right away. It's not heavy on plot and too heavy on character. I mean, it does the old, why she's, it's a revenge thing. It's a revenge stories are always usually fairly paper thin, because you're just, you set up a thing and then someone they love is taken and then they want revenge, right? So that's the kind of movie, and that's fine, because you just need a simple plot to have her go kick some ass. And dude, those freaking flamethrowers, I would not be one of those stunt guys. I'm like, okay, so I get shot how many times with a flamethrower? Because I'm gonna guess there's probably not a ton of guys who know how to take that. So I'm surmising that maybe some of those guys repeated themselves as stuntmen. It's like, okay, you 6 guys are the ones that can take a flamethrower, so we're going to change your clothes and, stuff like that. But super impressive. Very impressive. Oh, yeah, dude. I know. I'm not happy with them. They're killing me here. I don't know. It's like every time they change something, I have to figure out how to dance around their limitation to get what I got. So I'm doing what I can, yo. I'm so mad the Superman, the Christopher trilogy is not on sale. Not yet. I mean, the sale does go for a few days. And I like to think they don't drop everything at once, so you'll keep coming back. See, they're smart. They want you to check back every day for something new. If it's the same stuff, everyone's going to load their carts, max it out, and then they're done. They're not going to come back for the next 3 days. What is it? 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 days, right? Like, it was first usually just a Prime Day, then it was 2 days. Now we got 4 days, which is great. But don't give up. Put it, like, here's what I did. All the ones that I want, and we'll talk about it when I do the Prime Day thing. Load them in your cart. Anything that you're hoping for a sale, load it in your cart and then click save for later. So it puts it at the bottom of the cart. So it'll empty the cart out at the bottom. Then it's an easier way to look at the ones you want, keep track of them, and see if they go on Prime sale. So I've got a lot of stuff underneath my cart just sitting there. I'm like, anything? Nothing. So, but there are some. I will say that. What up, Slow 6? Are you excited for the new Superman? Let me tell you. I thought the trailer looked good. All right, here you go. I'm gonna tee this just for you, Slow 6. Ready? Am I excited for the new movie? Let me just say, here are the movies / that S coming out this weekend. Harumph. Okay, hang on. Take a little second. Bob, do you mind with the button? Could you today? There it is. I don't care what else is coming out. This is it. This is the only movie I'm going to promote and that I care about. I am pumped for this movie. I didn't get to go to the Prime premiere today. Like, you could get a ticket on the 8th today if you use Prime, your Amazon Prime thing. But I didn't want to pre-buy my ticket before I went away because, I didn't know if the flight would get delayed and I couldn't make, I don't know, things like that. So I waited till I came home, and then a lot of the good seats were taken. And I'm a huge Superman fan, and I'm not about to sit front row off to the side and watch this movie I've been waiting for. No, I will go Thursday, the 10th. I mean, this is its official start date, but of course they always start it the day before. So technically, y'all, July 10th is when this you can start seeing this movie. And I already got my ticket 2:00 in the afternoon on an IMAX screen. So it'll just blow me away. And I can't wait. I'm so excited for this film. And, typically, y'all, So is it just me? But so many people, like when this trailer first came out, expectations were up here. People are excited. They're ready to go. And then like the closer it gets, like toxic fandom, like people are already crapping on the movie, finding things bad with the movie. I'm like, how? The movie's not even out yet. What is with all the trashing of Superman? Like, and so there's one guy I watch. If you don't watch 3C Films, this guy Chris from 3C Films, excellent dude. He's got super good energy, and I have not watched any. I haven't seen the new trailer unless it comes on a movie I see in the theater. I've tried to avoid it. So after the main trailer dropped, I haven't seen anything. I haven't watched anyone's out of the theater review. I'm not going to do that except Chris's because it was a minute and 18 seconds. I'm like, okay, this is short. I kind of like Chris's mojo. He likes Superman. He dresses up as Superman and walks around. The guy's got a great personality. So I'm like, okay, against my better judgment, I'm going to see what he says. Click. And he loved it. Like he had things that he's got a longer review coming out after the movie comes out because he doesn't want to spoil anything. So he does have certain issues with it, but overall he had a huge grin on his face. So I'm like, okay, that is it. It's the only one I'm going to watch. That's it. Because everyone else, especially if their thumbnail looks like this, like I'm like, I don't need you. You're probably not a Superman fan. So I'm ready to go. Y'all ready to go? I'm going on the 11th. I am hoping it's as good as I want it to be. And look, every film that I love still can have some issues. That's fine. But if it sets up the right tone and sets up the universe and it sets up these characters for an epic win, let's go. I'm pumped. Let's see. Oh, I've seen that already. Hold on. Down here. Yep. Okay. I only liked one part of the whole movie. Okay, it's the T-Rex part. Yeah, in the water. Yeah, that was a good part, man. You going to Barnes & Noble? Nice. You go to that 50% off sale, y'all. If you don't know, right now, Barnes & Noble has the 50% off all Criterion. So get on out there. I haven't been out yet since I've been back yet. Maybe I'll jaunt out today or something. How was it like to watching Jurassic Park 1993 on the big screen? What do you think? All the cinematography, concept of living dinosaurs and the modern world storytelling, practical effects. Dude, it was breathtaking back in 93. It was like when you saw the trailer for that, you're like, oh, look, what kid didn't love dinosaurs growing up? Like just as a kid playing with toy dinosaurs or looking in the book, or if you go to a museum, you see the bones, there's always just this innate curiosity and fascination about dinosaurs, at least for me. I was a nerd kid. I don't even think I'd be a nerd. It's just like in general, seeing something like that massive that existed long before we were here is kind of fascinating. And I thought Spielberg, as the master filmmaker that he is, my favorite filmmaker of all time, killed it. Like just all those things. Cinematography was perfect. And just the concept, of bringing them back for a theme park purpose. Things can go wrong. They will. It's kind of funny, and see, that's a movie at the time was, I think that's PG-13. I think they pushed that nicely. They used their rating well. And the practical effects, dude. Yeah. And with the T-Rex head itself was a practical head, but it's also integrated with the digital version, and they were seamless. And then you got the big Triceratops laying on the ground, and it breathes up and down. All that is a big practical effect, but it looks all day, every day. Practical effects, man. I love that stuff. Laren, you big dog, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Well, Adrian James, happy birthday, old chum. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Adrian James. Happy birthday to you. There you go, son. How are you, man? Good to see you. I was feeling your vibe whilst I was in the UK. All my friends that populate my stuff here, I was feeling your mojo while I was there in the UK. Save for later. Caps out. 600 items. I won't ask. Okay. Good to know, though. Good to know. If in case I go absolutely insane. 600 items. Jeff, what are you doing, man? Ponto! What's yo? What's going on, man? Look at that. But dude, hope all is well. It is, man. It's going good. It's going good. Good to see you, bud, as always. Happy birthday. Get some happy birthdays going out there from Mr. James. I did not like the mutant dinosaur. Yeah, that really big T-Rex that was the mutant looks like a... dude, that is so funny you said that. When it was over, I literally pulled a shot of the Rancor monster up on my phone and showed my wife and I. Go, you know what that looks like? Looks like a Rancor monster. I said the same thing, and it's true. It doesn't look like a dinosaur anymore. See, here's what I'm hoping isn't happening. Now, my wife looked this up too. She thinks where some of these people who do, these reviews and stuff like, I don't know, Kitten Paws, tell me who it was. Was it not the Real Rejects, but Screen Rant or Screen something? They're talking, they feel like this mutant thing is leading into a dino/human hybrid. I'm like, oh, for the love of Pete, don't do that. Like, I hope that's not where they're going. That is going to be so ludicrous. Just seeing like a half human like dino. Oh my God, it's going to look ridiculous. Because I don't think anybody wants it to go in that direction. So I hope that's just, it's obviously just them speculating. But yeah, the mutant thing, I wasn't a big fan of either. It felt different. It felt like now we're getting a little kaiju-y like, here's like it's not a dinosaur anymore. It's just a full-on monster. But, that's what they had. I agree. The mutant dinosaurs were distracting. Yep. See, she agrees. Nice. Saying hey to Becky. What's up, Laren? I'm seeing it on July 10th in Dolby Atmos. Nice. Me too. I'm going to see it on IMAX, so should be great. What's Sue going to get? Well, let's see. Because, look, let's go ahead and full frame it. Bob, do you mind? Just thank you very much. It's become complicated with the new layout to have all these videos. So I'll just like, what's Sue going to get? What's Sue going to get? I don't know, but hey, what's Sue going to get? All right, there you go. So I have to give it to you live performance, man. But here we go. Should we do Blu-ray.com today? Sure. Let's do Blu-ray.com today. Let's pop her up and we'll see what the Steelbook crew, love those guys do. Tony's here. Tony, what you going to get? We're going to find out. Put me on this side. There we go. All righty. Look. So this is kind of a fun week, y'all, I gotta say. So you got your Barry Lyndon. I'm not a big Kubrick fan, but there you go. You got your Barry Lyndon on 4K from Criterion. Why is it that Kubrick has all this Criterion love and Spielberg doesn't have one movie? Not one movie in the Criterion collection. No Jaws. No Private Ryan. I mean, come on, that. And look, E.T., yes, should 100% be there. But I mean, at this point, honestly, though, what can Criterion offer on movies like certainly E.T. that's been re-released a half a dozen times? What are they going to offer that we don't already own? We already have so much behind the scenes footage and all that stuff. It couldn't get Jaws is exhausted with stuff. Now you got the 50th anniversary out. Criterion couldn't offer anything. I think it needs to grab like Private Ryan or maybe, I don't know, Raiders. I feel like is also populated with a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but I don't know. It just seems ridiculous that Spielberg doesn't have a line of Criterion because he is worthy. But look, let's check it out. We got Sinners coming out, y'all. I am stoked. I am pumped. I enjoyed Sinners quite a bit. Coming out on 4K. You got your Steelbook, Tony P. Steelbook crew. You don't get that. Now, for me, though, for my buck, I actually like the 4K better than the Steelbook because I just I like the layout. I love all the characters. I love sort of the red hue. And Sinners, the Steelbook, I really feel it should have had both brothers on the cover. If you've seen the movie, you know that you got to have both brothers. There we go, dropping stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so Sinners, I think I like the 4K better. So And of course, Warner Brothers. What I love about anything from Warner Brothers is Warner Brothers stuff tends to have sales. Sony, Disney, nope, not so much. But Warner Brothers, if you want to get this right off the gate, go for it. But I feel like in a couple weeks it'll drop in price just a little bit, so that's good. But if you're a steelbook lover, you don't want them to sell out, you might want to go get it. You got your Fallout Season 1 on 4K, Clueless with that nice sparkly, glittery 4K slipcover. Looks kind of cool. Great with the Fireflies. Abigail on 4K. There we go. Too late. I bought the Blu-ray. And I waited like a year. And Luke, are you here, Luke? So I watched that with Luke on one of his live streams, and I liked it. The problem is we were also talking and doing one of those watch-alongs and stuff. So I wanted to buy the movie and give it another rewatch, like just a sit-down, full-on rewatch. And then so I waited, and I mean, like probably a month or less, maybe I feel like 2 or 3 weeks after I bought it, and there was no rumor, hadn't heard it was coming out, and then there it was. Guess what's coming to 4K? It's like, let me guess, Abigail. The exact same thing happened to me with Renfield. There was no rumor. Renfield was coming. I bought it. A couple weeks later, the announcement came out. I was like, so maybe it's me. So if you guys want anything on 4K, let me know. I'll buy the Blu-ray. I'll hook you up. The old huckster, hook you up. And then your 4K will come out toot sweet in another week or two. That's what I'll do for you. Look, there's a great steelbook. Tony P, right? Come on. You're going to get you some Clueless. Look how cute that is. Get the Clueless steelbook there. Look here. I'll even pop it up a little bigger for you so we can really enjoy this thing. Look at that. You get the sparkly slip cover with the fluffy goodness in there. And then there's delightful Alicia Silverstone blending in with the background with her outfit. Adorable, y'all. So go pick that up. Add that to your collection. Earthquake coming out on 4K. I got the Blu-ray. I'm fine with that. But I am excited with the thing to the right of that, which is Lois and Clark. The New Adventures of Superman. I was a big fan of that show. Terry Hatcher, Dean Cain. Love those guys. On Blu-ray now, what I hope is it's not one of those janky, just up-resed things. Like, I really want the quality of this Blu-ray just to look like a nice HD version of the show. Because I tried watching some of the, like, right there. You'll see it on the full screen. I got all 4 seasons of Lois and Clark. And they were a little pixely in some of them, and I don't know. They didn't look super good. So, thing is, I did learn, though, my worst fears. So it is in a tub. And if you watch my channel, you'll know I hate the tubs where they just have the tub and they put all the discs, like 3 per hub, and you flip it over. You got 3 more and 3 more, and you just keep flipping, and it's about this thick. Looks like a giant, Subway sandwich. It's just in the tub. So I will deconstruct that. If I pick it up, I'm gonna buy 4 Blu-ray cases with enough hubs in each one to accommodate, and they're probably 4 discs each. That's what I'm going to guess, because they're not going to want to make it more than that, because I think Babylon 5 was that, and I picked that up. So yeah, I will deconstruct the heck out of that, which is too bad because I like the cover. I think that looks nice, but no bueno. I cannot live with those tubs. No, sir. Let's see what else we got there. Fallout. There it is on the 4K. What's that up there? Oh, that's a Steelbook. Oh, kind of like that Fallout Steelbook. That's cool. Same cover, though, on the 4K. Now, Amateur. That's another movie. So let me tell you about some airplane goodness here. So movies that I saw on the airplane, because it was a long, about 10-hour flight. So I saw The Amateur. I saw Better Man, where Robin Williams is a monkey. I saw Wolves, not Wolves, but Wolves, with George Clooney and Brad Pitt. Anyway, so Amateur I saw, and it was okay. Like, it's the kind of movie it passed the time nicely on the airplane. He's got skills, but not like Liam Neeson skills. Like Liam Neeson skills in Taken are badass, and I want to watch that movie over and over. Amateur is okay. Like, it's kind of a one and done for me. So That's the other thing too, y'all. So when it gets to buying these things too, you got to really curate what you really want to fill your shelves up with. Is it going to be a movie like that where I don't know, you saw it once, are you interested in seeing it again? I'm really trying to dial that in. I'm going to be making a video soon about my take on collecting. I know a lot of people are making videos like that as well, so I want to throw my hat into the ring with that. You got your Until Dawn 4K and A Violent Nature. Still want to see that. That sounds super good. I know Ken over at Mid-Level Media loves that movie. There's another 4K of The Earthquake, but it's a steelbook. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Steelbook. But I don't need it. You know what? Got the Blu-ray. I don't need it. That's the thing too, y'all. It's like, you got to think too. Yes, that's cool. Yes, it would be nice to have in the collection. Sure. But like, I don't know when I'd see Earthquake again. And, is it worth let's see, what's the price point on this thing here? $40. $40 for Earthquake on 4K. So if I ever have the urge to see it, I don't know, probably just one more time when that comes around, I'll do Disaster Month again. $40 for a slight uptick in quality. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to really dial that stuff in lately. So there you go. Batman Ninja 4K. What's your take on that? Y'all let me know. Are y'all like the same thing? You got precious space. There's only so much room you have. I know these prices keeping you from upgrading, double dipping, keeping it, you know what I'm saying. So what else we got? We got the little things. Oh wait, let's go up one. So you got Batman Ninja, their animation stuff. Sinners on Blu-ray, Legend of Oshi, Man on Wire. What else? You got Cafe Flesh, whatever that is. Let's see, Summer. Oh god, Hell of a Summer. I saw that. Anybody else watch Hell of a Summer in the theater? I don't know. Look, it's got Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things, who I like quite a bit. He was also in A Saturday Night as a page. It's just barely okay. Like, no lie. Like, I'm saying like so much. Like, 6 kills in, they still have not shown you the kill. It's always the aftermath. Like you'll see, cuts to black, or it cuts to the next scene, or this girl screams and they cut to the next scene, and then like maybe later you'll see the bodies on the ground, or they open the fridge and someone's head's in there. And I'm like, what is this? Is this sort of like the new way, like the Gen Zers or whatever like to do their horror movies, where it's just like, don't show anything, but just show the aftermath. Don't want to scare anybody too much. Like, I do not think this is R here. Let me just click that. There's no way this. Oh my god, it's rated R. Seriously, rated R. Maybe there was a couple of moments that could warrant that, but if you're gonna go R, I mean, let's go R, man. And look, that's only $15 right now for the Blu-ray. So yeah, a hell of a summer. Not hell of a waste of time is what that was for me. Honestly, I almost walked out of the theater. If you go watch my review, yeah, it's a minute and a half or whatever. It's just, you'll see my take. I almost walked out thinking, this movie's going to turn itself around. There's going to be some redeeming thing. It's going to put all, no, didn't happen. What else we got? Sugar Hill. I'm just going to scan through this stuff. Shadow Force. Is that Vanity? Looks like Vanity on that cover. There's your amateur again. Werewolf Woman. I've seen that movie. Pass. Let's see. What else? Alive at Stay. I'm just looking. All right, y'all. That's about the biggest of the stuff. So there you go. What's Sue gonna get? What's Steelbook Crew gonna get? I'm thinking you got your Abigail in 4K. If you don't already have the Blu-ray, I'd say go ahead and snag it, because you do get a Blu-ray with this, which is nice. Totally snagging Sinners at some point. And Lois and Clark. Those are on my list. What about y'all? So there you go. That is what is out there, y'all. Hopefully you're all excited now. You know what's out there. What else do we want to say? Let me look. Talk more about Prime Day if you want. Scarlett Johansson. We're going to talk about this, her being the highest grossing star of all time right now. Let's see. Let's just see who's been yakking while I've been yakking. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Cool. Uh, I didn't see any. We were in such a hustle, y'all. I couldn't even look. There was no time for that kind of just casual shopping and looking. But I did not see any. I mean, we did walk around a lot of streets and there was a lot of souvenir shops and stuff, but I didn't see any video store. Moodmeister. Nice. Screen Crush. Oh yeah, Screen Crush and New Rockstars. Although they mock at the idea, they've heard rumors. Yeah, that's just. I think that'd be silly. I'm living in dreamland. Nice. Did you pay Bob while you were away? Did he find other work? No, I didn't pay Bob. You know, Bob just he house sat for us. You know, right, Bob? Yeah. So there you go. He had to look after the dog. Somehow the dog got fleas. Explain that one, Bob. Huck, I got my Fallout Season 1. Ooh, nice. I'm letting Barry Lyndon Sinners and Sugar. Yeah, you get some Sugar Hill, huh? Really looking forward to checking out the Sinners. Have you not seen that yet, dude? Oh, you gonna like that? I hope you like that. Huck, are you getting the Nightmare on Elm Street box set? I don't know, bruh. All right, so let's have a real chat. And you guys are gonna hate me for this. All right, so let's see if it's sitting right here so I can just go grab it. Yeah. All right, hang on 1 second. I'm gonna grab the set that I have. There it is. Okay. All right. Everybody's got this one, right? And this is, by the way, this is on sale right now. Amazon Prime Day, super cheap. I mean, I got that, I swear, for like, I don't know, 15, under 20 bucks. All the movies on Blu-ray. And yes, on this, and look, I have the 4K of the first movie because that's my favorite. So that looks great. And everything else in here, the first movie gets its own disc, but the other movies, because it's an odd number of movies, it's 2 movies per disc. Now, I was doing a live stream with Mega Mike, the movie man, and we were ranking all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So that's the collection I have, and I hadn't seen all the movies, and they looked fine. I mean, I know people crap on that because they compress it onto one disc, but for the casual fan, like I'm a good casual fan of Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not like, oh yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, because horror is also like a genre I like, but I know people like obsessed with the horror genre, right? And those were just fine. I know, hate me for saying it. I thought they looked just fine. So let's just look. Let's see what is the Nightmare set going for? Because isn't it like 250 or something like that? Nightmare on Elm Street 4K collection. All right, let's take a look. Is it even here? I do not see it. It's not on here yet. Maybe it's too early. Let's go to Blu-ray.com. Do y'all know? Just shout it out. On Elm Street. All right, I'm toggling through. I mean, maybe the collection, it's not even announced yet. Was it original first 7 Nightmares? Okay, it's the one with the house. Okay. All right. So no price. It's not listed on Blu-ray.com. So I don't know. I mean, if it's ever at a silly good price, sure, why not? And you get the 4Ks and Blu-rays in that collection, so that's good. But when it was like 200 and something, not at all. I'm not in any hurry to drop that kind of money for 7 movies. I might watch again. Look, after watching them, it was a fun watch. But my favorites are the first and then third and fourth. So it's Dream Child and Dream Warriors, I think, or Dream Warriors and Dream Master. That's it. Those 2. Those 3 are my faves. So those are probably the ones I watch again. The other ones, yeah, I didn't care so much for 2. And then Dream Child and the other ones were fun to watch once. But there you go. So I'm still happy for right now having that. Because it was good. The quality, let's just say, I've seen some bad Blu-rays before, and the fact that they compressed 2 movies onto one disc, the images weren't pixelated, they weren't unwatchable. maybe you don't get the sound design and Dolby Atmos or something that you want from like a single, disc that maxes out the space on the disc. I get that. But, for the casual fan, it was fine. In fact, let's see. For right now, and this is without a Prime Day. Oh, hold on. That's like a foreign copy. Let's go back. Where is it? Okay. Look at this, y'all. Prime Day deal for this collection is $20. It's normally $45. So if you just like the movies and you want to see them on Blu-ray for $20, you can own all 7 movies. I mean, that's why I got it. $20? Yes. I was very happy with that. I mean, look, just getting I'm looking at my cart right now. Dead Reckoning, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. I'm waiting for that to go on sale. It's finally on sale for like $16. I'd like it a little bit lower, but $16. That's for one movie. This is $20 for 7. Just throwing that out there. Anybody else? Just me? That's fine. I'll get on that soapbox. I'm good. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Moody? The artwork on the Freddy looks atrocious. Yeah, dude. Planet Mondo, what's up, bud? Yeah, I didn't share that on screen, but here, let's. Oh my god, I have not seen that close up, dude. All right, okay. What the hell? I'll share this. That is terrible. You're so right. From the small thing, I thought, oh, that's interesting. Let's take a look. All right, y'all ready? Look at this. This had better be temporary. Look at that. Dude, you're so right. Look at this. Unbelievable. Look at that Freddy. It's like oh my god, that is really bad. The original 7 Nightmares, and you get a crappy bed, backlit, his head, it's like, wow, God. I'm telling you, when they go to make things like this, the artists that design this are not people that have seen this movie. Do you know what I'm saying? Or they would never buy this movie. Because there can't be a collector working there that designs this and go, oh, I've done it, y'all. I've touched the heart and souls of Nightmare on Elm Street fans. They're going to love me. They're going to praise this artwork. Oh, pat myself on the back. Oh, good job. Oh, my God. No. That is probably one of the worst covers I think I've ever seen. You know what? Hate to say it. This is 100 times better than that. I mean, at least you got actually Freddy in there ripping through the sheet like, oh, he's coming for you. That thing? No. Wow. Like, that would be one if they run out of slip covers. I'd be okay with that. Just because I wouldn't want to look at that. Like, and I'm hoping that when you let's also nope, they only have that one thing. I was gonna see if they also had just the disc itself, and if they're using the same artwork on that, I would completely redesign it and print it, because I'll do that. If I don't like something, I'll make a new front cover and slide it in there. Why not? It's your collection. You do you, right? And I love doing that. I'll make it look good, y'all. That's atrocious. You're not lying. Let's see. I hope you're really well. Mr. Moody Sham says, if dinos still exist until now. I mean, you can't just be welcoming. You see, that's the other thing, too. It's like in the movie, people were being dismissive that they're still around. Like people are tired of them now. They're you know what I mean? Like they don't mean as much to them as when they first came out. Like, say, in 91 when the movie came out, you could just assume that's when the place opened. So I find that hard to believe that people would still look at a dinosaur and go, oh. Like, do you ever look at a great whale or an elephant and you just go, man, those are just so magnificent looking creatures? I still look at it, just small things, a koala bear. I'm like, oh, like I'm still in awe of a koala bear. So is my wife. We love koala bears, right? Like, how on earth would we be tired of dinosaurs? There's just no, and then like the thing opens with like a brachiosaurus or a brontosaurus just sitting on the freeway. People are pissed off because they're causing traffic jams and they can't get to work because there's a dino stuck on the bridge. I'm like, I would like get out of my car and start filming that thing. So I think that's a mistake, is don't don't tell your audience you're sick of dinosaurs, because we're going to see this because we're not sick of them. So that might be another little thing to stop doing, because if you're already there, you're going to keep going there on this new franchise. Doing great. Nice. Better man, dude. So I will tell you, Jeff, I didn't know what to expect. You know, you're a captive audience when you're on an airplane. You know, the screen is like 2 feet from your face. I'm like, you know what? I've actually heard surprisingly good things about Better Man, even though when I saw it, and here's the thing, I'm the guy who went and saw Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and loved it so much. I said, dude, I can see a movie with just apes in it, like a buddy cop movie, but they're apes, or a rom-com, they're apes. Like, that's how much I was loving how good they looked in the performances they were getting. And then Better Man came out, and for some reason I wasn't drawn in to go rush out and see that for some reason. And it didn't do well, so it wasn't in the theater very long, like 2 weeks. So once I started hearing about it, it was already gone. And it was really good. That movie surprised me. I think I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd. Like, really stunned at how entertained I was at that. You know? Yeah. Good freaking movie. Like, so good. I don't know why. I just wasn't compelled to go out right away, but I'm really glad I saw that. Yep. I'm the birthday boy today. Oh, that's right. Happy birthday. Look at that. You're getting some birthday love. Hey, Hug. What up, caveman? That was Becky's birthday abroad. And did the Yanks do in the collecting the macaroni this weekend? Wait. And how did the Yanks do in the collecting the macaroni this weekend? I don't know what that means. What am I missing, caveman? I'll just tell you the birthday, though. It was fun. I mean, it wasn't great because it was all spent traveling. But we did wake up in Paris, had a delightful croissant, because literally the Airbnb we were at, when you walked out and right down the street, it was just like a minute, 2 minutes. Like right at the end of the block was a pastry, or a patisserie, as they call it, a patisserie. And it was chock full, man, of just pastries and so good. So good. So, yeah, you'll have to ask her. She said thanks. Yeah, so we have a couple of birthdays then. We got Adrian and Becky's on the 2nd. So happy birthday to everybody. I'm glad it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Boom. All right, guy. Them prices are harsher than they used to be. This is coming from someone who bought new release Blu-rays from 2006 to 2016. Also, having those blues make it less enticing to get the 4K. Yeah. I mean, it's true. If you've already got the blue, see, here's what you got to throw at yourself. Like, if you got the blue of something, like say I got Abigail, and I'm sort of saving Abigail. I want to save, because it's already July. I'm going to save Abigail for the Halloween time, because I enjoyed it with Luke. Dude, seriously, that was a fun movie. And I want to see that again, like in my living room, like, no distractions. Just, I can't wait. Loved it. But yeah, since I bought it, still wrapped, by the way, I'm not going to throw away that purchase just to get the 4K. And I heard that the Blu-ray, the 4K isn't that much of an upgrade from the Blu-ray. I think Ken reviewed it. Again, Ken, Mid-Level Media. Yeah, go check out it. Said it wasn't really worth the upgrade. So I thanked him in the comments for doing his review. That's what I love about people who do reviews. If they give you an honest report on it, you can make an informed decision. And I was like, good. You know what? I'm stoked. That makes me happy. I've got my Abigail. Boom. We're done. Hey, Steve, it was Kitten Paw's birthday. Yeah, man, on the 2nd, whilst we were in the air. I was saying, hey, sup, caveman? Well, happy belated birthday. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, bud. Hope her husband, it's nice to her feels. As much as I could, right? I hope so, Becky. I mean, because we were flying, and so I just tried to make sure it was good. But look, I took her out the night before. There was a cruise, like a cruise on the little river there in France, and you could see sort of some of the iconic structures from behind. So you could see the Louvre, or you could see this, or you could see that, and which is weird because when you're touring those things from the front, you don't notice that there's a river behind it. You know what I mean? The way it's designed, it's kind of, I'm like, where was this river when we were at the Louvre? But the building is so big, if it's behind it, they hide it nicely. Anyway, so yeah, we did that. It was a nice dinner. It was an okay dinner. It's funny because France is usually great with their food, but that was our least favorite cuisine. Like the main meal was good. It was like some chicken thing. It was really good. But the dessert and the appetizer were a little frou-frou, but it was still a nice environment. We had some wine. She had wine. You know, we looked at the stuff. It's cool. Am I lagging, by the way? I feel like I'm looking down at myself and moving like a robot. Let's see. Yeah, try to make her feel special. Hey, Jeff. Let's see. Hello, Huck and chat. Look at that. Nikki is here, checking in from work today. Can't really chat. Hope I thank you. Thank you for checking in. A pleasure, as always. Hey, Jeff's mom is Lette. Let's see. Hey there, Jane. Werewolf Woman. What kinky games were you playing? Werewolf London. Yeah. I mean, Werewolf London. Woman. I have the DVD box of that. Do you really? See, I found that at a swap meet for $1. I was like, oh, what is this thing? I see why it was in a swap meet. And whoever owned it was very proud. Like there's this whole collection of weird movies, which is kind of nice to come across different things and not just the typical title you see at every swap meet, which is why I bought it. I'm like, oh, this could be cool. And his name was in there. Like you'd have a little sticker inside, property of Bill. And I was just like, oh, cool, Bill. Thanks for Werewolf Woman. Sell back pile. We did get to see Teen Titans Go on hotel TVs in Italian and French. Yeah, that's so funny. Because there wasn't a ton of stuff to see, but like when we put on the TV, they would be speaking Teen Titans, which we've always watched growing up with our daughter, in foreign languages. And it was kind of hilarious. Like we just watch it. We couldn't understand what they were saying, but it's funny to watch how those voiceover artists compare to the vocal artists that we use. Some are really good. Some need to step it up a little bit. Oh, maybe it won't go on sale. I know, dude. I'm the same way. Look, I still don't have 4. I don't feel like 4 ever went on sale, much less 5. So I'm just super behind on those. Of course, if you saw my video or my picture on Instagram, my Warner Brothers box was just decimated because they mailed it to me in a bag, y'all. Big box set with 25 movies, hard cardboard, and they send it in a mailer bag. God, I knew when I opened that, I'm like, are you kidding me? All the other ones I've got came in a nice box with some bubble wrap in there. You open it, all the corners are fresh and sharp, look good. Sent that thing, and it was the last one. Now I think they have, it's still at a super cheap price, like $69, but they have like 6 or 9 or something like that. So they have more copies in. So I'm, I don't know. We'll see. I'm still recovering from this trip. So I don't know what I'll be getting if I get stuff. The UK Steelbook was, whoa. No. That's intense, Movie Hunter. $285. Nope. And look, I'm a big Friends fan. And Dave, you might hate this, but it just went down to $100. The 4K box set of Friends finally dropped all the way down to $100. I watched How High for your challenge. Thought it was right good. Yeah. How High for your challenge. Nice. It clicked what you were saying. Cool, man. I haven't seen How High. I still haven't picked out my weed movie yet. Although I am thinking of just like the classic Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. I do have that in the collection. I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen that probably since it came out. That might be fun to watch that. It was just such a funny concept. When I came up with that one, I'm like, I don't know. I was just looking around, probably because I looked up there, like my Cheech and Chong boxes up there. And I looked at that and probably went, people like to get high. That would be funny. And people are like enjoying that one. Like for whatever reason, that's one of the most popular picks on the list. People are like, oh man, I can't wait for that week. I'm like, wow. So yeah, man, let me know. I should probably, yeah, let's get to, I got some catching up to do here, y'all. All right. So let's do a couple more. And then we're going to talk about my 52-week movie challenge, y'all. We got some catching up to do with y'all because it's been a day. Love those koala bears. Yep. Quick drool McGroll. Well, let's see. Money equals macaroni. Macaroni. Hey, what's up, Kelly? I'm late. I hope you had a great vacation. I did. Thank you very much. I am so glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. Did you meet any tubers when I was there? I did not. Although I did have my, pop culture shirt on at one point, had somebody just look at it side eye like, the hell's that thing? But yeah, no tubers is there. Speaking of tubers, Corey, what's up, bud? Glad to see you back. Thanks, bud. It's good to be back. Volume 4 is done to 80. Cool. I think I was waiting for, that's pretty good for that set, actually. I must have missed it when it was at 80, or I just wasn't in a position to snag it when it was at 80. Saying, hey, Wilkie. Kimpa says, Hug did an excellent job on my birthday, especially considering he spent all the day traveling, Paris to London, then flight to Los Angeles. Crazy. Thank you, dear. Glad you had a good time. Laren, Mr. Moody, Corey, Guy, everybody getting their haze in here. Love it. I'm still enjoying the 52-week challenge. Good. I'm glad, Jeff, dude. I'm glad you're there. Dale, what's up, my dog? Good to see you, bro. Let's see. Ed, Dale. Love it. How's it going, Dale? Let's take away that. I'm going to add slow and steady, y'all. Got to, trying to deal with this new layout. All right, here we go. We're going to talk about 52-week movie challenge since we're all talking about it. Shablam. And I'll just stay off to the side here so I don't cover nothing up. I got to do 3. I got some catching up. So here we go. On week 24, I had to do a movie starring James Stewart or Cary Grant. I picked James Stewart and watched Mr. Smith Goes to Washington from 1939 and gave it 3.5 stars. It was very enjoyable. I had Frank Capra directed this movie, and basically he's a politician, he's a senator from this one town, and the big Senate needs somebody to fill a seat, right? And they had a couple of names they were throwing around, and basically they wanted somebody they could push around a little bit that wasn't going to cause any heat and ask a lot of questions, and they couldn't decide on somebody. So his name came up as something very safe that they thought would be good. He'd be good. And he was good. He actually had some ideas, like he would chime in, like he wasn't trying to push buttons, but he has this organization in his own town about like a boys club, and he wanted to take this part of land and dedicate it to the boys club and build a thing there for them. Only what he didn't realize when proposing it, because he didn't tee it up first or show somebody first. This is the first time they heard about it. The big wigs are using that plot of land for profit, right? They were going to build a dam there and make money off of this dam. And so when he promoted the idea, they got mad. So they tried to throw him under the bus and make him look bad, and that he was making it for profit. And, it's one of those things where it's like they try to throw a good guy under the bus, and you just want that good guy to get back at him. And so I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. James Stewart's performance was great. Actually, Jean Arthur is also in this film. She gets top billing over Stewart because he wasn't quite as big, I think, as it was a little bit later after that. But the thing is, in today's political climate, if you watch a movie like that, it's very relevant. It's very relevant when you got, especially if you live here in the States, you know what I'm talking about. You get big wigs that just want to take down the little guy. And whether you did even though you didn't do anything bad, they're going to make you look like you did something bad. And then how do you crawl back from that at the end? And I won't give it away, but watch this movie, because the ending, while having some satisfaction, it does not, if you continue thinking about the story after it's over, it doesn't really wrap everything up. And does it really affect the richer politicians? That's for you to decide. So that's why I didn't give it 5 stars or anything like that. It's because I think I wanted a little bit more at the end just because of what we're going through. I just want a little bit more. Now, if you want a little bit more, let's move on to week 25 with Almost Famous. Celebrating a movie celebrating his 25th anniversary. I have not seen Almost Famous, which came out in 2000. And I watched the bootleg cut because that's the one I found at a swap meet or something. And still wrapped brand new, took it out. And it didn't, ironically, it didn't have the branching technique on there so that you could watch the theatrical or the bootleg. But I'm kind of glad. So I watched the bootleg, and it was long. It's like 2 hours and 42 minutes or something like that. But man, God, was that a good movie? Like, I didn't feel the pace at all. You got Billy Crudup, you got Kate Hudson, Jason Lee, who plays the lead singer of this band called Stillwater. He is hilarious. He is so good. He's basically the lead singer that no one pays attention to. He's always trying to like get people to notice him and talk to him. And when they kind of dismiss him, you kind of feel for him. And Kate is, oh my God, it's unbelievable. I'm sure everyone here has seen this and I haven't, but if you have not, my highest recommendation goes to Almost Famous. And I know people that have seen the theatrical version and also loved it. So either one. Now I know that it just expands on what the theatrical was. So maybe if you've seen that one and you want to see a little bit more from those characters, check out the bootleg cut. 5 stars, y'all. All right, and finally, now again, I haven't done the Like to Get High because that I finished all these by Tuesday and I couldn't squeeze in a fourth one. So next week I'll have 2 movies, which will be that one and the following. But we got your My Fair Lady right here, which is a movie from Paramount Studios that was either nominated or won the Oscar. It doesn't have to be nominated and won. That's why the slash is there. So it just has to be nominated or won. And I picked My Fair Lady because I hadn't seen that. Love Audrey Hepburn. I've been plowing through the collection I have over there. And man, Rex Harrison's fantastic. This is basically the whole Pygmalion story where he takes and she's like super cockney. Like she's like, hey, they're talking about your hello governor. Hello, governor. She got that her accent's way up. It is. And all the, Henry Higgins. Hello, Henry Higgins. Like all the H's are cut off. And so he tries to take this street urchin of a girl and turn her into a proper lady and try to pass her off as, a socialite amongst those kind. And I liked it. It was good. Good performances all around. I tend to think that something like this didn't need to be a musical, but it was, which is fine because I like musicals. But my hang up with this as a musical is the songs went on and on. My wife watched it too with me. And they just, like, the song starts, the song's fine, the song ends, and then they start talking dialogue again. And then the dialogue, as soon as the dialogue ends, the song kicks back in and goes like another 3 or 4 minutes. No lie. It's not just a quick 20-second end tag to the song. It goes on. I'm like, oh my God. So it felt like the unusually long songs were taking this movie down a peg. So yeah, but the performances were great. Man, Audrey Hepburn is just killing it, like as the street urchin. Hello, Henry Higgins. And then when she refines herself and gets the more proper dialogue and the accent, because Henry Higgins, he's a accent coach, a dialect coach, and so he took her on as a challenge. So yeah, so there you go. My Fair Lady. So I gave it 3 stars, a good solid 3 stars. I still love like Roman Holiday, 5 stars, man. After going to Rome too. Well, anyway, check out my Rome, Italy video, and you may see Roman Holiday in there somewhere. So check it out. But that's it, y'all. That's catching up to you guys. The funny thing is, I had seen 2 of those before I went on vacation, but being overseas, and I had the videos already made. It wasn't allowing me to post them from a foreign country. I don't know why, but I was having lots of problems with that. So that's why like 3 of these videos dropped in like 2 days. But yeah, there you go, man. So that's it. That's my stuff. Did I have anything else? Scarlett Johansson. We already did that. Okay, that's it. All right, y'all. All right, let's plow through this. Let's find out where I left off if I can. All right. and then we will call it a day, and you guys can go shopping and hit that Amazon Prime, find your deals, load up your cart. Don't exceed 600, according to Jeff. Volume 3, amazing. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. Volume 3 got so cheap. So I think that's what we keep waiting for, is all these other volumes to hit that price. And maybe it's that thing that they made too many, so it went down in price, so they try to push them out. So yeah, that's when I bought my volume 3. Good. How you guys doing? You guys good? Eli says, "What's up? What's good, buddy? It's good. Love seeing you doing that in your little avatar there." Eli, so I just watched Call Northside 777 with Jimmy Stew. Gone in 60 Seconds with Nick Cage, and Lost Weekend for the Paramount. Oh, nice. Dude, I love that. I love what people pull up. So good. Thanks for playing along, man. Digging it. Digging all you guys just jumping on it. It's fun, man. It gives me a reason to watch movies I haven't seen before, especially if it's already in the collection. And I bought it because I want to see it. Yeah. Don't forget to slash that like button. Sub to this awesome show. Thanks, Eli. Come on, do it. Yo, Laren, Mr. Smith Goes Watching, and Almost Famous are both excellent. I agree, Dell. They are fantastic. Almost Famous is that, like I said, 5 stars. Mr. Smith performances are impeccable. So good. Hey, Eli. Almost Famous is one of my favorites. Feel at times it's underrated, and yet other times, for some reason, it strikes me as overrated. I know, right? It is funny. Although I feel like the dialogue about that movie has died off, so we're going to call it underrated. And let's bring it back into the conversation, because I think it is well worth seeing if y'all haven't seen it. Absolutely, Caveman. I've only seen the theatrical cut. Cool. Did you like it? Was that equally as awesome? Did it blow you? I was just like riveted. Like, performances just sucked me right in. My dude, awesome. Happy birthday. Digging it. Thanks, Eli. I've had a McDonald's with my brother. Nice. Get out there to Mickey D's or Macca's. Do you call it Macca's out there? I was on a train. We were on a train with an Australian. Let's give it a little shot there. A little accent, talking to her the whole time. She's talking about Macca's. They call McDonald's Macca's. So I didn't know if you guys also called it Macca's. She was delightful. We had a great conversation for like 2 hours. Just started talking about our 2 different countries. And now I'm keen on, not going to lie, Australia. I kind of want that to be my next place. I've had a few gifts from them. Nice. Almost Famous is great. Both cuts. Nice. Nice, dude. See? Nice. That's good, Dale. Almost Famous Steelbook. Oh, yeah. Still see that in the wild? Nice. And of course, that just, I want to say that I saw that pop up for Prime Day. Almost Famous 4K. Yeah, it's like $16. $16.64 for that. So, I mean, I just saw it. So that's the good thing about it. If you just saw something, you're not as eager to jump on that. So there you go. So that's at $16.64 if you have it. Seamless branching. Here we go. There we go. Seamless branching is a space-saving technique used on Blu-ray discs and DVDs that allow multiple versions of a movie or video to be stored on a single disc. This is achieved without duplicating. I know, that's what I'm saying, man. How did that bootleg cut not have the branching on there so we could just see either? But I guess that's good, because it forced me to watch I would have just for time reasons probably just watched theatrical. So that sort of forced me to watch the bootleg. Scenes that are common to all versions, which would consume significant. I'm with you, bro. Your challenge has got me to watch a lot of movies I've never seen before, dude. The only one that seen was The Second Chance. Oh, so you didn't see your Second Chance? The only one that I'd seen, was The Second Chance, Bubba Hotep. How did that hold up on swing number 2 for you? Because that's okay. I mean, I love Bruce Campbell, but that movie isn't super good. That was an awesome Australia. Well, thanks. Well, it's funny you say that, because every time, that's the one that I can get out the most, because like in Australia, they like to go up from here. Everything is positive. I just killed someone. Murder. Like, everything's like, it sounds like fantastic, because it always swings up. And so I'll be in England and I keep slipping into my Australian. So I always like to play with dialects, you know. It's fun, you know. Uh, I do what I can. Look at that big brain on guy. I know, right? Get it, guy. Thoughts on Bubba Hotep, Moody? Yeah, we want to know, Moody. What'd you think of that? What'd you think of that thing? All right, y'all. Gosh, 9:30. What a day back. It was a big one. Wait, before we go, here we go. I thought Bobo Tep was a bit of a stinker. Yep, my expectations might have been too high both times. Dude, well, I will say this too. Like when I did my Big Lebowski, the people, it's so funny. The ones you post that just get tractions, like over 3,000 people saw my take on that. Like you never know, like that particular, there's fandom, and like Crazy Rich Asians over 2,000 on that, but generally my stuff gets high hundreds, and maybe it's 1,000 if it's a big time, but very specific niche things like Crazy Rich Asians or that, huge views on those. And for me, I did like it better the second time. And I could see that if I finally watch it a third time, now that I get all the things I don't like about it, I can just accept them. And then I'll finally be in the, that's a good movie. You know, I mean, I gave it 3 stars. So, but there you go. Both times. All right, but y'all, yeah, guess what? So hold on. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to try. I don't have a closer for anybody because I can't do it anymore on here. So I will thank my members. I believe we have Hoss McPizza and Johnny. What's Johnny watching? So thank you to those guys. I'm just going to do a verbal thank you to everybody. And, you know, wish y'all a good day. Let's see. As people are going out. Huckster, pleasure as always. Thank you, Laren. You're a pleasure as well. Dang. Now with a statement like that, I can see why you think he has a big brain. I saw you were implying the Canadian. Yeah. You caught that? No, let's just say we didn't want to have any issues. So I had a Canadian hat. My wife had a Canadian t-shirt. We just love, I do have some friends in Canada. So it's more of like a nod to our brothers and sisters up north that I appreciate. I did get a lot of questions though. I got like, oh, you're from Canada. All I could do is channel my SCTV, and I'm like, how's it going, hey? All I would do is just do the Bob and Doug McKenzie accent, and then I would get stuck from there because I didn't know any other Canadianisms to throw out. But like, oh, where you from? You like more of a Ontario, whatever they would say, I'd say the opposite. I'm like, oh no, closer to Vancouver. And if they said Vancouver, I'd say so. It was fun, y'all. But anyway, you have a great day. Adrian James, happy birthday, my friend. Have a good one. Oh, man, y'all just have a great day. It's been a pleasure coming back into the old hot seat, talking to you guys, having a good day, talking about box office, Scarlett Johansson, Superman coming out. Go see Superman. Hopefully it's great. And all the new releases that have just come out. And there's some good ones. Check out Sinners if you haven't. That is a good one. And of course, he says, good day, follow me. Followed by a ton of eyes, you know. But yes, y'all have a good day. And we'll see you on the next one. See you later. Bob, hit the off button. I'm still on camera.